My name's Niels Bendtsen. I'm a furniture designer, manufacturer, storekeep, business person. I do a lot of stuff. I have a lot of hats. Of course, there are designers that I look at and I think are fantastic. And there are products I love. I just get blown over by how well somebody solves things. And that's really my highs are that, actually seeing somebody else solve something well. And I thrive to do that myself, actually. We put in an awful lot of effort to design things that are simple but also solved well. A lot of my pieces, I guess, they fit in well with other periods because they're quite simple. They don't sort of fight with other things. So I never am or never will be one that makes a huge statement. It's like, that's just not my game. Well, today in my world, craft is how well you run your CNC machines. It's a different world. And craft, as we know it, is something that is a different thing altogether. You know, I'm in industrial design. I think about how the machines can work. It's got nothing to do with standing behind the machine, something and doing it by hand. It's just a different thing altogether. But I still think there's huge craft in getting the machines to do what you want. Machines are amazing now. The things you can do is fantastic, but you also have to have the knowledge to do that. So we send some of our people over. We sent somebody to Italy to get trained on one of the CNC machines that we bought, and before it even got packaged, he had to go there and spend a week learning how to run it. I wanted to do a chair that was completely rational, and that's how it all started. That was in the beginning of the oil crisis in '73. So everything went from being extravagant to being almost cash and carry. So I had this piece of fabric and I had to make a chair out of it. And then once we found the shape that we could make, then we put a steel skeleton in it. I had no idea that it was going to end up in the Museum of Modern Art. Because I'm a designer and a manufacturer, I have to be able to, I can sit and doodle a thing, but I also have to go from that doodle, I have to go over to the factory and make sure you can make it. So it's a vastly different thing from a designer going to a factory and they deal with it. I have to deal with it. So it's really quite, so now when I draw, I sort of think, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that. So it actually gets quite distilled before I take it over to our own factory. Even now I'm designing for a number of European factories, and I really come with very complete projects to them so that it's very easy for them to produce it and things, and I think it's makes this whole thing of living here work quite well.